It's my pleasure to really open now today the Edge AI session together with my colleagues from NXP, Mubeen, and Gary from AWS. So at EBV, we are typically working with the small and medium-sized customers doing hardware in different fields. Today, we are here, and we want to show you that we are really working together with the big tech companies and bundling together solutions which are then helping you to get simply easy and fast and also secure to the edge and also to the IoT. With this, I just want to say, okay, in this year, everybody speaks about NVIDIA, Gen AI, gigafabs, but when you look on this, there's always a thing about energy consumption, especially when you and latency, because you need to connect to the big server farms. Then in some areas you have the issue about connectivity or for remote things that they go offline. So there's a big tendency, which is really ongoing also in this year, to go bring the edge AI, the capability of AI accelerators into the microprocessors and into the microprocessors or microcontrollers, more or less, into this. That's what we see. We have the so we bring NPUs into it, which can do edge AI models 10 or orders of magnitudes faster, but have a similar energy budget like these microcontrollers, like those microcontrollers, MCUs. So this is what we want to show on one side. And so basically then there also are co-processors you can just put aside. We have solutions there, and we are here to enable us together with NXP. And with this, I want to hand over to Mubeen about NXP's solution there.
Thank you, Dieter. So, hello everyone. I was at a customer yesterday, and this customer is doing predictive maintenance for smart factories. They make small modules, which are like a coin cell battery, costs $5, and this product is giving the customer a benefit of $500,000 every month. How? Because with these devices, they can predict if anything can go wrong on a machine. How do they do this? They do this with our NXP MCUs, with all this portfolio that you see here. So what is NXP doing in Edge AI? We start from the hardware, we have the software, and we have all the enablement and ecosystem around this Edge AI. As you can see, we have MCUs that fit into this area. We have the application processors, the MPUs part, and then we have some crossover devices. All the new devices that we bring to the market, they're enabled with NPUs, which are the neural processing units, which are the heart and the brain of Edge AI. And along with this, we come to the software part, where we have all the tools, which are called the EIQ suite. And within this suite, you find all the models, the platforms, the applications. So, moving on, you see one example why you need an NPU, a neural processing unit. For the example I gave you, if this small device was made on an MCU compared to an NPU, it would be 172 times slower. With an NPU, you make the same device really, really fast. And when you do that with the same performance, at the same power consumption, this is the real benefit that Edge AI brings to the customers in the market. So this gives you a brief overview of how we do it next to the hardware that NXP is providing. So there's a hardware part, but then there's a real heart and brain software part which NXP provides to the customers, which is called the EIQ AI software toolkit. And this toolkit comes with different models, different process chain that a customer follows to make it simple and scalable. If I go one step deeper, you see the whole process chain. What we do to make it easier and scalable, we make it modular. When we say modular, this means it's an embedded developer, it could be a scientist, it could be an ML expert. You can pick up any module from this EIQ and use it the way you want in your own solution. So you don't need to follow the whole solution. You can bring your own model and use our database, or you bring our model and your database. There are different combinations that you could do to make such edge AI solutions. Also, as an extension to what NXP has as a strategy and focus to AI, we also recently bought a company called Kinara. Now, what is Kinara doing? Kinara is basically bringing an extended hardware piece into the whole ecosystem. So what you do is you pick up an NXP MCU or an MPU, you combine it with the Kinara module, which is now an NXP product, and you have a real high-performing, fast, and enabled AI solution. And with this, we can really provide the customers a complete edge AI solution. And then I hand it back to Dieter. Thank you, Dieter.
So now let's make it fast forward and really help you to get this live on board on hardware which is ready for production with all the hardware stacks, the firmware stacks and hardware available already now. We are doing this, we are developing for different solutions, always webinars, which where you can go follow along and then see how you can easily deploy an edge AI model like here, for example, this worker safety supervision. So you monitor the attentiveness of this. So you have more or less a camera looking on the picture, looking for, is he attentive, where is he looking at, eyes open, is he tired? So these things are processed locally on the edge, and then we just send out those aggregated values to the cloud if something is happening. You can see this at our booth, where we have this running in live. So this solution is based on industrial-ready hardware. The Max board from Tria is this in our case. And this is also qualified for an AWS qualified device. What we bring in is we take from NXP all from their EIQ models, so we take out more or less from the driver monitoring system all the solutions. And what I wanted to show is, so in this solution, you have different models which are running. So you need to first detect the face, then detect the landmarks in the face, and then look on the iris. So these are 3 models which are running in parallel all the time to make this model running. And by the way, so here is the here you can scan the code and go to the webinar. So what you see is, so from NXP we have the hardware, we have the EIQ Studio, the Model Zoo, and from our side we bring in IOTCONNECT as a cloud solution accelerator, where everything is built in so that you can really go fast forward and make a faster proof of concept. For proof of concept, you just need those things, but if you go to the industrial production, you may take the ready boards from Tria, you may get support from Vitekio for embedded programming, or from our colleagues from Softweb for cloud programming. And what I wanted to show here is really, we at EBV, we are partnering with the tech companies like NXP, like AWS, and making it, using IoTConnect to make it easy for you to make your first proof of concept, and then later on to scale it also. And there you may also involve our partners within our company. Let's tell a little bit more about IoTConnect. So IoTConnect is a solution which is a lot focused to make it simple to deploy and manage fleets of devices, and really to make it easy to scale it up from a first pilot to really a multi-billion devices solution. And everything in the center is the security. So we have the security built in from the beginning. With this, I hand over to Gary.
Great, thank you, Dieter. Good afternoon. My name is Gary Emmerton. I'm a solutions architect at AWS, and as Dieter mentioned, we're the cloud partner of EBV, and we provide the capabilities that enable them to produce platforms like IOTCONNECT. I just want to spend a couple of minutes talking about how AWS views AI at edge. Just make sure I press the right button. Is that the right button, or is that the right button? That's the right button.
Yep.
We see AI at edge, or AI as a continuum. It's not AI at edge or AI in cloud. It's both. You use the right capability to satisfy the need to meet your use case. So in situations such as a manufacturing scenario where you want to use sensor data to dynamically adjust your production lines to improve yield or reduce waste, it makes perfect sense to run your models and run your inference at edge, where you need to make decisions and act on that quickly. Healthcare providers or medical situations where you want to deploy an edge-enabled voice assistant. Again, running that at edge means it makes perfect sense for the scenario. But then there are other scenarios where you perhaps need a bit more compute power than is available at the edge at a given time. And the flexibility of cloud, this is where it comes into its own. So you can use the data from the edge, feed it up to your AWS account, and then do some further analysis on that data, run inference within the cloud, potentially where you need to look at data across fleets of devices rather than just individual devices. Once that data is in the cloud as well, you can also aggregate it with additional data sources. How does weather data affect your systems? Or sorry, how does weather affect your systems? How does supplier breakdown records adjust your approach to maintenance? So you can train your models in the cloud and then use secure, automated pipelines to retrain those models and deploy them back out to edge where you need them. As Dieter mentioned, we're the cloud partner that sits behind IoTConnect. Now, you can see a number of AWS services on here, and this is what IoTConnect sits on. You could build this yourselves, but by far the fastest path to value is to use a partner solution that is built on these services, and EBV have done all that hard work for you. So Edge AI is here today. People are starting to do it, and the capabilities exist for the hardware at edge and to align that with the scalability and flexibility of the cloud. With that, I will hand back to Dieter. Thank you.
So, thank you. So, with this, I want to wrap up the talk. So, basically, what we show to you is that the NPUs are now available and entering in the edge to make lean edge AI possible. So, we are here. We are here at EBV to show, to really help our customers, which are the small, medium-sized hardware manufacturers. We are helping them to really go fast to evaluate in a proof of concept edge AI models, and then help them to take them further, really to production. This is what we do with providing you tutorials, GitHub repositories, webinars, and also in-depth direct contact, like on the fair and also afterwards in following up. And so what we have also seen is that edge, IoT, and all these things, they are converged. So in order to really fulfill the needs that we have at on the devices, so we may train models on the cloud, then deploy it on the devices, and then get back data on the cloud again. So edge and cloud are normally in a very nice symbiosis. So that's what I want to say. Thank you for your attention. come to our booth. We are over there, A18. And yeah, then I hope you have then a great continuation with our next speaker then. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you very much.
Thank you.